Welcome everybody to this live class where we're going to be reflecting on the past year so that we can really create some space of reflection, coming together to really open up to 2025 and everything that awaits. Hello everybody. Come and say hi if you're watching this live. Let us know, drop a comment, where are you tuning in from? I only got a little nudge yesterday to share this. Normally, if you're new to this channel, new to the page, there is some form of really taking time to be super thoughtful and devotional this time of year, normally hosting some sort of gathering, whether it's online or in person. And even though I thought I was going to be just away from technology over the holiday period, doing a fast, an extended fast, as I've come out of that fast now, I've realised that I really want to be in community with you, and I want to share a practice with you that I've shared in the past. And if you're new, you don't know what that is, so welcome. And it is just really taking the time to look at the previous year, reflect on the rewards of that year, the ways in which you have grown and expanded, the greatest obstacles you have faced and overcame, the greatest joy that you've experienced, what was most important for you, and how you can, from that space of growth and expansion, launch yourself into the new year. And don't you always feel like when we come up to the new year, there's this sort of hurried momentum to set intentions and to set goals, and often put so much blooming pressure on ourselves and so pack so much more into the new year that we don't actually flow with the rhythm of nature, which if you're in the northern hemisphere, I know most of you are, and hello to those who aren't in the southern, if you're here in the north, then we're in the season of winter, of reflection, of pausing, and the seasons take time to transition from one season into the next. So this is your opportunity, friends. Welcome into this space, and if you're not up for that, then this transmission is not for you. But if you're here, then welcome. Bring something cozy if you haven't, something cozy to drink, cacao, tea, mulled wine, whatever you've got, whatever is your flow today. And also you will need a journal and a pen. And as I said before, if we weren't in community together, this is something that I would be doing on my own, because I do it every year, and it's wonderful. It really helps. It just helps to bring greater awareness and gratitude to the year, even if it has been a really sucky year. Like I know for many, 2024 was a year of great challenge, great obstacles. But if we flip our perspective, which hopefully in this session we will do, it's also a year of expansion, right? So let's just actually just feel into that for a moment. If you don't have a journal, it's okay. There will be a recording of this, and then in your own time you can write down your reflections. But if you just feel into 2024, just for a moment, if you could sum it up in one word or one feeling, or if someone was to look at your life from January 24 to now December 24, what would they say? What would they say your story has been? If it was a movie, what kind of movie was that movie? Was it dramatic? Was it an epic love story? Was it a thriller? Or what was just the word? What was just the flow for you? I'm going to need to put on my glasses for this so I can read. This is a big thing for me in 2024, is now needing glasses. You can't hear. Can everybody hear me? Let me know. You can't hear me now, Tina. Okay, welcome, Tina. So what was your 2024? Hello up there in Nairn. Hi in Australia. Yes. Essex. Hello, Glasgow. Hello to the locals and those far. We're really all in the same space here. For you. I love it. So just feel into that. I mean, you might want to get your journals out and just, write down. Let's start writing down. We're going to be doing a little bit of journaling in this session. We're also going to be bringing in the angels and our guides. Yeah, Michelle's saying 2024 was a WTF kind of vibe. Yeah, totally. I get you, sister. We're going to be working with the angels, working with your guides and spirit as well. We're going to be pulling some cards at the end. And actually, we might be doing a little bit of a sound journey right at the end as well. But for the beginning part of this session together, and no doubt we'll be here for around about 45 minutes. So if you're driving or doing anything else, come back to this video when you can be super, super present with yourself, okay? Super present. If you haven't been present in 2024, now is your time, because, as I said before, if we don't give ourselves time to reflect, how can we then create the space for everything that we want to bring into 2025? You're saying it was a year of growth. Yeah, for me. So some of these questions, they came through this morning. I suggest, if you haven't already, get your journal. It might be a time to start a new journal. This is a brand new page. So this is going to be for 2025. I've written in one word, 2024 was eye-opening. It truly was an eye-opening year. A year of great truths. Saw truths within myself. Some parts I didn't like, but I've embraced them. I saw truth in other people. I saw truth in just in the world. It was just a really eye-opening year for me, 2024. Tina says life-changing. Cheers to that. Cheers to the change. Cheers to you as well, beautiful souls. So nice to be in community with you again. Okay. So we're going to get our journals out, if you haven't already, and we're going to start going through some of these questions that came forward from Spirit today. Of course, you're going to be adding your own, and if you find that I'm going too quick, again, you're going to have this recording. It's going to be here on Instagram, Facebook, and also over on YouTube, so there's plenty of time. And we're doing it purposely early so that we can really take time to feel into these questions, let them percolate, and just give ourselves the space before we then start setting any blooming intentions for 2025, okay? Beth says, I'm so glad you're here, Beth. Yes, breaking free and into the complete unknown. Carrie says growth as well. Yes. So if you're just joining, what was the word or the feeling for 2024 for you, friends? What was it? What was it for you? Okay. Second question. What was the single best thing about this past year? Now, that could be anything, depending on your perspective. It could be the greatest challenge, the greatest obstacle, the greatest love story you had, the relationship, insight, wisdom, whatever it was. What is the single best thing about 2024? Susan says 2024 was an absolute horror. Okay, embrace it. Embrace the horror. Embrace it. Okay, this is a time for deep reflection. Okay, so writing that down, the single best thing, and of course you can type it out. You can let us know what was the single best thing for you in 2024. What was your greatest lesson? Next question. What was your greatest lesson in 2024? And when we share these journal questions, it's not an opportunity to judge yourself or others, or poke at things. I've been doing this for years, this type of reflection, gratitudes, for the previous year before manifesting for the next year. And it really isn't an opportunity to poke and prod at yourself or judge yourself or others. It's merely an exercise and a practice of self-discovery and awareness. Really embrace it like that. Tina even says, embrace your shadow and your light. Diving deeper into your soul, learning what diving truly means, Nicola. Yes. Detachment for you, Metha. Trusting your intuition. Great. So your greatest lesson. For me, it was not to repeat the past, especially past relationships. Do not go back to the past. Past habits, past limitations. Instead, create anew from a blank, fresh page. That was my greatest blooming lesson. Taking that forward. Okay, next question. What was your greatest success? What was your greatest success, joy, achievement in 2024? Feeling into that now. Really dropping in, feeling into these questions. Maybe your mind knows the answer, but if you drop in, if you take that question and these questions into your heart, what was the most meaningful success, joy, achievement for you? Again, letting us know or writing that down. Setting clear boundaries. Yeah, I hear you, Susie. Susie says, finding success is a hard one. Okay, but, there's always something, isn't there? Like, what was the silver lining? What was hard for you, but you overcame? What was the greatest success? Quitting smoking, that's awesome. Healing a deep old wound, stepping into your power, Tina. Yes, yes. 11 right now for you at this time. You know what? I meditated before I got these questions, before joining with you, and I set my timer on my phone. 27 minutes. That's what Spirit gave me. 27 minutes. I set it on my phone. And I was joined by inner earth unicorns, which are overlighting the space. And doesn't matter if you don't believe in the unicorns, I know many of you do, but these beautiful inner earth unicorns came forward and they took me on a journey to Telos, which we'll be talking about more in 2025. And they gave me an activation, for want of a better word, a stepping up. I'll talk about that more in another video, and I went really, really deep. And then I came to, and as I came to, my alarm, just as I came to, my alarm went off and I looked down and it was 111 my time. And I thought, yes, this is perfect, bang on. So yeah, look at those numbers, see those signs. And maybe that was one of your greatest success. You started to see the signs. You started to see the many ways that Spirit, our unseen friends, are always there in 2024, especially if it was a crap year for you. Okay. Going back to that greatest lesson, okay, what did you learn about yourself? That lesson, or that obstacle, or that challenge, the greatest one in 2024, what did you learn about yourself through that lesson? So if you take the grace from that lesson, what did you learn about you, about others, about your life? That I am worthy of healing deep wounds. Absolutely, Michelle. Do you know what? I've said something similar. I said that I'm better than I thought I was. I am enough. I am enough, because I kept looking back to old relationships, thinking, that relationship was the best out there, the best. No, it wasn't. It was just what was available. And it was matching my level of unworthiness that I was holding on to. So I celebrate you. Yes, you're greater than that. You are greater. So much greater. Nicola says her greatest lesson, she learned to surrender more and trust. I'm letting go of old patterns. That learning is a process. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. This is wonderful. Okay. And then when you reflect, the next question, when you reflect on your greatest success, what did you learn about yourself? About others, again, about your life. What did you learn about yourself through that success, that joy or achievement or that insight? What did you learn the most about you? And as you write that up, because I know I'm going quite fast here, but sometimes we don't stop to appreciate all the little wins. And wins don't have to be, I got this book award, or I got this because I'm an author, I'm going to book analogies. I got this book, this new book deal. It's not about that. It's about, to go deeper than that, to go deeper than the superficial level. What were the gems? What were the wisdom? What did you learn about you? For me, I've written for my greatest success this year, I learned that I have grit, that I'm strong, that at the edge of when I want to quit, by continuing, I grow, and through that growth, I inspire. So even though it sucks, even though, when you come to the edge of quitting, whatever it is, quitting a workout regime, or quitting a relationship, or quitting a way of being, whatever it is, you learn so much about yourself. You learn your edges, and through your edges, if you have your eyes open, you can grow in greater resilience, greater awareness, greater grit. Some of you are saying that too. I am resilient. Amazing. Great. Wonderful, friends. Thank you so much for embracing this process. Okay, next. Let's move on. And again, you can come back to these. You could just write down the questions, the journal prompts, and then in your own time, have at it. Just let yourself flow. Okay. Moving on to your most valuable relationships in 2024. Let's just take a sip into that. Let's just take a little pause and think about our relationships. Relationships. Who are we without our relationships? That's what I have realised. Even in that 4-day fast, which was like anti-Christmas, the first solo Christmas in 43 years. And I decided, instead of sitting watching movies with a big box of Quality Street, being in your pajamas, losing the sense of time, I thought I'm going to do a 4-day water fast, away from technology, away from people, pulling back from all relationships. And do you know what happened in those 4 days? I reflected on relationships. Like, all the stuff in the basement of the subconscious starts to come up. And anyone, if you've ever done an extended fast, when you take away your focus away from food, and especially away from technology, the distractions go, and there's nowhere to bloody hide. All the stuff that needs to come up comes up, to be acknowledged or released or healed or transformed. And I found myself sifting through memories and childhood experiences, and the only person I did see was my mum, and we started having conversations about her ancestors, my ancestors, things I didn't know, and started to see the patterns. So who are we without our relationships? We're really nobody, we're all connected, we're all brothers and sisters, we're all part of the same one family. We might look different and act differently, but within, we're all one. Yeah, you get me? We're all one. Put a 1 in the comments if you agree with that. So let's focus on relationships. Who supported you the most in 2024 that you're most grateful for? It could be your friends, your family, your kids, your community, new teachers, new guides. I've even put cacao. The medicine of cacao, drinking cacao every day. You're writing down, acknowledge them, name them, give them a name, bring them into being. Who most supported you in 2024? Yeah. Meeting people, yeah, community. Maybe meeting new people, new alliances, new allies, new relationships, online, in person. And if you've been walking this path for a while, maybe new guides have come in. New guides, new relationships. Going a little bit deeper with that question as a little side. Who and what could you have leaned into more? I've put all of the above. So everybody that supported me in 2024, I've put all of the above. I could have definitely leaned into them more. What about you? Who and what could you have leaned into more in 2024? And again, this is not an opportunity to put yourself down or focus on regrets or what could be. Just an exercise of awareness. That's all it is. Yeah, your soul. That's beautiful. Yeah, I've put that down too. Myself. I could have leaned into myself a lot more. Sometimes we forget. Yeah, our higher self, says Carrie. Sometimes we forget that everything that we need to source, yeah, we can source that from within. Granted, absolutely. But we can also source that from the reflections of who we are in other people around us. It doesn't have to just be family and friends or community. It could be coaches, mentors, those that are a couple of steps ahead in whatever endeavour or activity that really interests you, that have, traversed the path before and have met some of the obstacles that can help you to make that pathway a little bit more graceful. So include them too. Your coaches, so grateful from my coach as well that I had, Roderick, to him, and Ramdas, great teacher and spirit, crystalline angels that started to come in at the end of the year, the unicorns, yeah, all of them. Okay, turning this question to yourself. Who and what could have supported you in 2024? Sorry, who and what could you have supported in 2024 that you didn't? So who and what could you have supported? Maybe people that you wanted to reach out to, things that you wanted to create, service projects, something for the community. But for whatever reason, and again, it doesn't matter if it was lack of confidence or lack of money or time, whatever it was, whatever that got in your way, that's okay. But just write down who could you have supported and helped and inspired, but you didn't for X, Y, Z, because that might be something that you want to return to and bring it into the next year. That's excellent, Michelle. She said she connected with an event planner that excels in event planning, a part that she doesn't enjoy doing. So she got lots of benefit from that. That's amazing. Well done. And again, be super honest with yourself. For this question, who and what could I have supported more in 2024? I've said being more present with my kids, being less self-involved, meaning less in my stress, less in addictions, because we're all addicted to something. Sometimes it's addiction to work. Sometimes it's addiction to, things that are a bit more obvious, like drugs, alcohol, sex, porn, shopping, food, whatever it is. Stress. Sometimes I'm addicted to stress. I put my hands up to that. Sometimes I'm addicted to stress and drama. And again, you can take your time to look at that, to look at these things, not to berate yourself, but in order to grow. Well, what does being addicted to stress give you? Because, we pick up these things, these addictions or habits or patterns, because they're giving us something. And if we identify what that is the first part in resolving and untangling that pattern, because we all know that stress is so destructive for our bodies, for our mental, for our mindset, for those around us, and so on. So have a wee think about that one. Old friendships. Yeah. Michelle says, sometimes I think I work better under pressure. Yeah, sometimes you need that. The pressure of a deadline to put that fire under your butt. Yeah, I totally get it. So maybe if that serves you, fair enough, friends. But if you want to redo and revibe and reshape yourself, especially in the next year, then just have a feel into that. What would it take to still be productive and still bring all of yourself without having that extra cortisol running through your system? Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, what inspired you the most in 2024? What tickled you? What lit you up? What made you feel so good to be alive? What inspired you? So let's think about that, feel into that as well for a moment. This year, more at the end, like the last month, a few months or so, art has really inspired me again. I've got back to painting. I've got back to digital art. It's been wonderful. So creativity as a whole has been really inspiring. Lifting weights, spending more time with friends. This year I've spent more time with friends, dating myself rather than dating other people, which has been awesome. And then that fast that I had over Christmas, like completely redoing the holidays in a whole new way, was so inspiring. For you, Michelle, you say nature inspires you. Yes. The Maasai tribe and their connection to the sacred land and nature. Wonderful. Love that. Yeah, please keep sharing. What inspired you the most? Maybe it was something that just happened the last few days or the last couple of weeks. The Archaea and the Archangels, yes, they are here. They're with us. They are with us, and we're going to be asking for the main Archangel and Archaea that will be oversighting, well, probably is oversighting, but overlighting as well and supporting our 2025 right at the end. Next question. Question 11. It had to be question 11. The guides are asking, what made you laugh the most in 2024? Even if it was a year of great loss and tragedy and change, what made you laugh? What made you remember to see the funny side? Sometimes I know that can be hard, especially if you've lost loved ones and friends. What made you laugh? What made you see the funny side? or the greater blessings? What brought the joy? Your children. Carrie saying her kids as well. What brought the joy? I wrote also myself, my kids, being silly. Not taking myself so seriously. Also realizing when we're in the ego can also be really funny. Realizing when we're letting a part of ourselves, run the show, and then we're like, what? Or, just those moments. Michelle saying, your sister, we've both been through some challenges this year, but she always reminds me to laugh. Oh, I feel very grateful that I know you and your sister, and I've heard you both laugh in person, and I salute that. There is no greater joy than hearing somebody laugh, especially when it's so genuine and it connects with their belly and it rumbles, and it's beautiful. Your new cat, Cornelia, yay! Oh, witnessing the growth of your 2 children and your grandson, Tina. Yes, okay. Love this. Yeah, because when we do reflections, it's not about it's not always about growth and challenges and what we've learned and what we're letting go of. It's also, the parts of you that you want others to see, the parts of you that you want to recognize and celebrate more. Like, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to be selfish for a moment, especially if you give all your time and energy to other people or your kids and the community. Focus on you. Like, focus on that past year, so that you can, really come into the state of gratitude, which of course is the very rocket fuel, is the juice to then manifest for the new year. Okay, let's move on. A few more questions, and then we'll have a little bit of a break and we'll pull some cards. Okay, which places, activities, and experiences, so which places, activities, or experiences really opened up your eyes, really expanded the way that you think, the way that you act, really expanded your awareness in 2024? Even though it's a really beautiful country, I started this year because my birthday is right at the start of January, and I took myself on a solo trip to Istanbul in Turkey, and I realised that I do not like to travel alone because that country, and the country is beautiful, don't get me wrong, and if anybody's here from Istanbul, your country is beautiful, but I did not have a good holiday, especially travelling alone. Yeah, I did realise, and I've written this down, that there's still opportunities to find connection and put differences aside, put differences in religion or in outlook aside. And I remember sitting with the tour guide. It was just me and the tour guide sitting in the Blue Mosque, and there was the calls to prayer, and everybody was coming in to share their prayers, and we just felt, both of us, so moved by the moment, and we just sat there in tears, not really knowing each other. I didn't really feel, it was the only time in that whole holiday I felt really connected, but in that moment we were so moved. We were so moved by the devotion and the love for God, the love for something greater than ourselves, and it was such a beautiful moment. So even though I really didn't enjoy that holiday, it still moved me. So write down those eye-opening moments, those miracle, magical moments that you enjoyed in 2024. I've also written down feeling closer to God, feeling closer to the God within me, the God in all this year, through not only my guides, but also through my clients. You're amazing. Some of you are here. Quiet reflections, nature, cacao. Michelle saying, I've had to learn that home safety isn't just a physical space. The violet flame has been my BFF these past few months. Yeah, the violet flame of transmutation. Yeah, these spiritual tools are available to us. Sometimes we forget that, especially in the moments of great change and challenge. So that's awesome. Thank you for that reminder. You feel closer to the God within, says Nicola. Wonderful. Love this. And maybe when you're writing this down, there's places that you wanted to visit or activities or experiences that you wanted to have in 2024 that never came to be. And that's okay. Still write them down. If you were there in your heart with them, write them down. Maybe it's somewhere that you will visit or an experience that you will enjoy in 2025. For Tina, learning to be. Oh, yes, what a great gift. Learning to be. Okay, lastly, our last reflection for 2024. What is your greatest takeaway of this year? What's your greatest takeaway? What is the very wisdom of 2024? Maybe feeling into how you've personally grown, emotionally, mentally, physically, psychically, spiritually, how you've grown. What was the story of you? If someone was reading it. Or the story of your relationships. Maybe from there you draw your greatest takeaway. I've written, I am perfect as I am. That's my greatest takeaway, because my ego got the better of me this year. I started to think, oh, maybe I need to, and this is the effect of social media, maybe I need to start to, change things about my face or my body, or, I let myself be influenced by social media and also by other people, friends, family. I kind of lost myself a few times. I lost that authentic knowing that we are perfect as we are, without any change. We are perfect in this moment as we are, because we are divine beings, incarnate. And sometimes we forget that, especially when we're looking at ourselves in the mirror, because then we can be lost in that identity that we are just who we see, just the form, not the eternal being within. So that was my greatest takeaway. I'm perfect as I am. Maybe it was similar for you, friends. Nicola says resilience, you feel more connected, that you are strong as the women I'm just as strong as all the women I've looked up to. Yes, Michelle. Tina says her greatest takeaway, it is not my role to save people. Yes. Yeah, amazing. Okay, let's pause from journaling, okay? And we'll do a couple of card readings. And then I've got a few questions for 2025 that you may want to do in this session, or you may just want to save and come back to and write on New Year's Day or like the start of January, because I'm really all about pausing to reflect and to recognize what you've experienced, all the rewards, the obstacles, the challenges, the changes, the wisdom that you've gained from the previous year, way before starting to manifest for the next year. And no doubt will be filled with social media, how to attract, how to manifest. I'm so done with that. I'm so done with hearing about manifesting. Here's the thing, I think you know this because you're all advanced beings. We do not manifest anything. Who we are is who we are, and it is from that inner beingness, that's what comes into our life. It's more from the state of allowing the state of our vibration. What comes to us without manifesting rituals or anything like that. So what comes to us will come to us perfectly. We don't have to chase it or attract it or manifest it. And if we come into that awareness, are you with me, friends? Put a 2 in the comments if you agree. You know, what will come to us will come to us without our efforting. Without our efforting. Yes, if we want to have more energy or greater health, then yes, you know, we might want to look at our daily activities and daily choices, and are they in alignment and make a difference. But from the core of our being, yeah, like Michelle says, magnetizing. Yeah, 2. Yes. Okay, sisters and brothers and all of us here, let's just take a moment to pause. If you want to put your journal down, have a sip of whatever you're enjoying. I'm going to pull some cards. First of all, I'm going to ask the angels if they would like to share anything while we're together on 2024. Is there anything that we need to say on 2024 to really appreciate the year, to close out any old chapters or any messages that you would like to share with us? And we're going to be pulling from the Female Archangels Oracle, and we've got loads of jumping cards. So it's from these jumping cards I'm going to pull from. Okay. Highest and best. Bringing in love. Archaea Charity. Archaea Charity. I know we're reversed here, but this is what the card says. Archaea Charity, is the angel of the heart, the angel of love, self-love, self-care, taking time to really honour you was big in 2024. Yeah, you feeling that? Put 1 in the comments if you really felt the draw to take more time to, yeah, you're like, yes, to take more time to really honour yourself, to slow down. Maybe you developed another or a new nighttime routine, so you're really prioritizing rest, or you switched off from social media and technology before sleep. That was a big thing for me in 2024. I kind of crept back in there sometimes, and then I realized the fallout the next day if you don't get a good night's sleep. But yeah, self-care really big in 2024, and if it wasn't for you, then I'm sure it will be in 2025. And as she's saying now, allow yourself just to bring into your heart all the versions of you, all the aspects of you from this year that have transformed, right? And we've mentioned a few of them. All those parts of you that have transformed. Bring them in rather than, being quick to dismiss, or the part of you that didn't show up, or the part of you that wasn't supportive, or the part of you that wasn't strong or disciplined, or whatever it was. Just bring everything into your heart. And just allow all that you are, just to be bathed in that beautiful pink ray that she brings forward, Archaea Charity and her twin Archangel Shamuel. And allow yourself to be the best friend. Maybe you have wanted more friendships and relationships, or a beloved, a new relationship, a new intimate relationship to come into your life in 2024. Remember, that has to start with you first. Love yourself first. Become your own soulmate. You are the greatest love story that you will ever have, that is with yourself. Okay? So give yourself that love and feel her love right now. She was really big in 2024. I feel she will continue to be big in 2025. But let's just have a look. And let's ask the angel, or the message, the guidance, who would like to come forward as we move from that wisdom, thank you Archaea Charity, into 2025. The best angel that is supporting us is top or bottom? Top and okay, we've got 2 angels. I knew you would come out. Oh, I knew you would. You know, this angel, when I was feeling into, okay, who's the angel for 2025? And Baragiel came forward. So a lesser known angel, Archangel Baragiel. He says, live outside the lines. Okay, Baragiel is all about being your most authentic you, sovereign you, not giving a heck about what people think, just showing up as you, perfect as you are, expressing yourself authentically, doing what feels right for you. And it might be like a new vocation, a new path. You might completely redo 2025. I know that astrology is huge. All the planets are transitioning from where they've been. I don't think that's happened in many years. I'm not an astrologer, but I remember I've been looking at some podcasts lately and all the planets are changing 2025, which is causing this it's causing this inner momentum to just want to show up differently. Are you feeling that? Put a 1 in the comments if you just want if you want to show up differently this year. You're just ready to do things differently, to really become that person you've always imagined yourself to be. Well, this is your ally right here, Archangel Baragiel. He's so flamboyant. He's like, yes, you know, just be you, do you. Apart from today, lately I have not been wearing makeup, haven't really been doing my hair, and I certainly haven't been adorning myself with jewellery. I've just been showing up in my workout clothes, even with clients, you know, just because it's not about me. It's not about the external. It's about what comes through me. And this is for everybody, especially those of you that feel like you need to look differently, like the external needs to look differently in order for you to be completely accepted, or in order for you to have what it takes to achieve something. It's total BS. Let that go. Show up as who you truly are. Give the world your heart, your essence, your vibe, rather than what you look like on the outside, friends, okay? And if you can still struggle with that, because for years I couldn't go anywhere without putting makeup on. You know, it really was my mask. It was my strength. It was, just being totally honest with you. So, inviting Archangel Baragiel, that might not be, you know, it resonates with you, but wherever you're keeping yourself small, wherever you're hiding yourself, ask him to come in and go, you know what, break down those walls, Baragiel. Let me just show up authentically as I am, perfect as I am. Let me come out of my comfort zone, my safe zone, and just juice 2025, you know? Just juice it. Just totally juice it. And the other card that we've got is Ancestry, Heal at the Root. This will probably come in a lot for 2025, is looking at the patterns that dictate our behaviors, okay? That we have been conditioned, the patterns, the inherited belief systems, the connections, the associations. Maybe you felt yourself sifting through that lately, last few weeks, last few days even. Maybe the dreams you've had have been about other people, especially family connections or people from the past. I know I've definitely had that. Maybe there's conversations you need to have with people in your present, family members, you know, so that you can heal at the root. Often we can't create a new reality for ourselves if we're still ruminating on those same thoughts. If we don't change our belief systems, how can we change our reality? As I saw this meme, it says you can't open new doors with old keys. You know, you have to be willing to say, yes, I'm going to change the way that I think, in order to create space for the new to enter. So we really have to be brave And we're all here together to support one another, to heal at the root, to untether. So after the fast, I went for a walk in the woods with my mama, and I love my mum so much. She might be watching. And hi Liam, who's just joined as well. We love nature. We love looking at nature. We always see things that other people don't see. I know that you're like in this vibe as well. So we're stopping to look at, the trees that have been upturned, and the cobwebs decorated with little droplets of water in all the little nooks and crannies in the forest, and just really just appreciating it all, just breathing it in. And especially after fasting for days, like, my awareness was just like, whoa, everything is so beautiful. It is anyway, but you're just in that heightened state of awareness. Anyway, we were noticing that there was a couple of trees that had completely unearthed, and they toppled over. And I said to my mum, isn't that funny? Because we were looking at the roots, and the roots were literally severed. And we know that the trees are all connected to their mycelium networks and also through their roots. And so we're having this conversation about the trees must literally say, when they're ready to fall, like it's their time. And the trees don't hold on, they don't cling. They're just like, if it's my time to fall. Just like the autumn leaves fall from the trees. So we're having this conversation about the trees literally coming into consciousness, that conscious yes, to untether, to say, okay, I release from the network. I release from this, in that way anyway, the family of trees around them, in order to fall. And I wanted to share that story because when we look at these roots, maybe just feel into that just for a moment. What are the connections that you feel you need to untether? You literally need to just pull back from. It might be certain people, it might be certain accounts that you follow on social media that are just not in harmony with you anymore, or the old versions of you that you're just ready to go, you know what, thank you, but I let you go. Like a piece of clothing, you just take them off and you let it fall on the ground and be recycled, and that's absolutely fine. So yeah, feel into that as well, friends. Okay, now let's move on to 2025. So if you've got your journal, please get your journal back out. Just a few questions. And again, I'm going to probably go through these a little bit faster because I would like to close with maybe a few more cards, and also just a little bit of a blessing for 2025. Okay, so New Year questions. 1. What is your vision for 2025 in a few words, or maybe just one word or one feeling? What comes up right now from your heart space? Yes, to those of you who are just joining live, there will be a replay. And I know this is quite a long session, so yeah, do come back when you can be fully immersive. And let us know your word. Expansion, yes. Freedom, woohoo, I love that. So yeah, let us know. Create, oh, I love that. Okay. Which aspect of you, or virtue, or quality of you, do you need to step into and really embody to make this vision become a reality? So what aspect, virtue, quality of you do you need to lean into, step into, embody to make this vision a reality? Next, what accountability or support might you need to develop this personal growth? Who and what? who and what. And that could be a mentor, a coach, it could be childcare support, it could be somebody that comes in and helps you to clean your home, or an assistant to help you do your admin. It could be a friend that you check in with. You write some goals, you write some affirmations and intentions for the year. Have an accountability buddy. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're appreciating these questions. These all came from Spirit, from the Inner Earth Unicorns. Very grateful. Okay, just a few more. And again, I know I'm going quite fast, but you can come back to these. In what way would you like to make a difference in 2025? The question before that was, what accountability or support might you need to bring on board to develop your personal growth, the growth that you want for 2025? And then the next question, what way, or what do you want to contribute in 2025 as a whole? And as that question came through, I felt like we could maybe also focus on, what's your vision for the world in 2025? Like, how do you want the world to be different around you? And how can you contribute to that? How can you contribute to that? Because, this year, what I'm feeling is as we start to go into its energy, is that it comes from us. It starts with us. Everything starts and ends with us. Sometimes we don't want to admit that, but if we want to see change, we must be willing to change. If we want to make the world a better place, we have to become better. We have to become better. Okay, next question. Will this year, 2025, see you change or improve your vocation? So when you feel into the next year, do you feel like your path is going to change, your purpose, or your job? Do you want it to change? Do you want to improve? And if so, what would it take to make this happen? Anything coming forward for that? Yes, says Michelle. Yes, says Tina. Yes, for me too, friends. Really, and I hope you'll continue to stay with me on this journey, but Spirit is guiding for me to go into some interesting places, and I hope you'll stay. Still going to be working with angels and unicorns and dragons, nature-based spirituality, all of that. But however, we're going to go to some places where, like that course on shame that started at seeds in 2024 and it never came forward. It's because I wasn't ready, but that will come forward. We're going to move into a lot of sacred sexuality next year. There's going to be a lot of healing. There's going to be working a lot with inner earth. There's going to be so much. So I hope you stay. Put a 1 in the comments if you're going to stay. Come and stay and see what adventures will go on next year. Okay, we're going to move on. Health. In what ways would you like to maintain or improve your health in 2025? Yes, for staying. What ways would you like to maintain and improve your health? Something that was really reiterated in 2024 is that if I'm not healthy in my mind, in my energy levels, in my physicality, I can do nothing. I can't serve anybody. I can't support my kids. Can't support myself. And so physical health is really important. So you might want to write down, why is it important for you to have good energy, radiant health? And what are some practical daily choices that you'll make to really maintain and improve your health next year? Really now, and next year. Just a few more. Which relationships would you like to improve upon in 2025? And maybe relationships that you would like to invite in and call in. What are they? What needs to happen? What needs to take place? And then what are the places, activities and experiences that you are opening to in 2025? Maybe you don't know yet, but you're just saying yes. What are the places, the activities and experiences? Normally we would say that you want to manifest, but what are you opening to? What are you just saying yes to vibrationally? For me, it's more collaborations. I met this incredible guy in New Jersey, and we're going to be creating some meditations together. He's an incredible musician, and he's going to create soundscapes to certain meditations, and it's all going to be free. We're going to share it on YouTube. So that's coming. So I'm opening to that, new adventures, new collaborations. Spirit is saying be open to traveling next year, be open to, this is for everybody, be open to traveling, be open to moving home, move your location, be open to your path changing, be open to being a completely new version of you. Yeah? Okay, friends. I feel we've probably been here for an hour because that is my mother about to visit. She might drop in on us, and if she does, I'll just tell her we've got another five more minutes. Because I would like us to just ask, okay, for the future version of you to come in and sit beside you just for a moment. So if you want to put your pens down just for a moment, we'll probably leave the sound journey and everything that I wanted to do. We'll do that in another video. Maybe that will be at the start of January. So I'm just recording. Could you give me another 5 minutes? Thanks. Should wait to put the kettle on. What a great mum. Okay. I want you to imagine that the future version of you is sitting beside you. And this future version is you in 1 year's time, okay? They've lived through 2025. They've experienced everything that you are ready to experience, that you've maybe written down or will write down in answer to these questions. You just want to close your eyes and open to them. Open to this future version and just feel into, sense how they look, how they feel. Do they look and feel different? If so, in what ways? What is their advice for you to fully juice 2025? What advice do they have? What do they recommend that you can let go of now in order to make your new year spectacular? The best year yet. What do you need to let go of? And what do they recommend that you need to allow more of? And if it feels right, asking them to be your guide. This future aspect of you. Of course, we can have spirit guides that are us in the future. I do this often. Consult your future aspect, who of course will be you on the current trajectory that you're on, will be the you on that timeline. So saying yes to them. And let's just say yes to any also new guys that want to come in to be of support as we open the door for any old guides and any old versions of you, old stories, old hang-ups. What are the old hang-ups and stories and versions of you that you just want to say goodbye to? Let them go. It takes more energy to hold on to these versions than to really create the new version and future that you're so ready for. So let them go. Believe in that you. Believe in that future you if you want to open your eyes. And we're going to close. I can't believe we've been here together for over an hour. Let me know in the comments as I reach for another card deck to close us out. Let me know if this has been of value. If it has, please share the video. We are live together right now, but it's just about to close, and then it'll be on my page. It'll also be on YouTube and Facebook. So please share the video out. Come back. Let me know the answer. Let us all know the answers to some of those questions. Such a powerful practice. Hopefully this will be something that you do every year, friends. Okay, this is a new deck. I've got this sweet new deck called Nature Quest Oracle. If you're into working with animal spirits and also philosophy and the Tao, the Zen energy, then this is a deck for you. So let's pull a card for our new year, top or bottom. I got the tingles. I got the truth bumps and the tingles. We have got just the feather, the white feather. Take that as you may. That'll resonate with however it resonates for you. It's perfect. But it also says awareness. Awareness is ever present and secure, otherwise known as the mother of the universe. So open up to the awareness. I also get see the signs and the synchronicities. See the signs and the synchronicities, friends. See the love that is always present for you in the new year. Also, we're going to take an affirmation card from Heart Thoughts. I love this little deck. It's so sweet. Reading your comments. Okay. Next one. And last one for this transmission. I am perfectly protected. I am perfectly protected. When a fearful thought comes up, I recognize that it's actually trying to protect me. I thank it and let it go with love. So let's embrace in 2025 fear as a teacher, not as something, not as an excuse, a way to hide ourselves, but actually as a teacher to recognize it. It's there to protect me. I can let it go. Remember what we got before. Healing at our roots. So, yeah, embracing what comes up with awareness. With awareness. So that we can be all that we are, authentically showing up and shining and making a true difference in this world. And a true difference in this world. I love you so much, my beautiful community, beautiful friends, brothers and sisters. I will probably see you next in 2025 in the next video. Have a wonderful new year. Thank you for being here and thank you for sharing the video on. So much love.